Hello everyone, welcome to Wing Paper Crafting. My name is Angel Fitch. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so glad you've all decided to join me today. Today we're going to do our sixth and final set of alternatives for the February 2026 paper pumpkin kit called Celebrate Spring. And here are the 9 cards that you could have made had you done this kit as intended, but as you know, we changed things up around here, so we're going to do a couple of alternatives today. And while I'm getting the supplies out, if I could ask you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate it if you did. I am really trying to grow this channel and our community, and I would love to have you. And I want to say a very special thank you to those that have joined recently. I do appreciate you being here. So we are going to start with a card base that's of Timid Tiger. That's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to give this a nice burnish with our bone folder so it lays down nice and flat. We've got a piece of basic white for the inside that's 4 by 5 1/4. From the kit, we are going to use this, which is half of one of the card bases. So that's going to be our first layer here. So let's go ahead and get this down. Well, actually, you know what? Let's don't. Not yet. Let's stamp on it first, and then we'll put it down. So let's put our card base to the side, and we're going to do our stamping. We're going to stamp in Timid Tiger. And since, you know, Easter is imminent, like tomorrow, I figured we didn't need any more Easter cards. So I'm going to just turn these last 2 into birthday cards. Nice, springy birthday cards. So we're going to do Happy Birthday on here. This is a stamp from an old paper pumpkin kit. And so we're going to ink this up. And we're going to get this down right in the center of our card base here. So something like this. Hopefully that's nice and straight. Not too bad. Okay, and then on the inside we're going to do Let's Celebrate, which also came from an old paper pumpkin kit. So let's ink that up. We're going to line this one up on our glass mat. And we will get this one down. See if we can get this straight. I'm not sure that's straight on the block, but let's try it and see. Not too bad. Okay, so let's put this ink away while we get it everywhere. All right, so now we can get our first layer down on the outside of our card. I'm going to put some glue on this, and we'll just put this down here and wiggle this around until we think it's straight. And we'll give it a nice press. We're going to put this on the inside. Same process here. We're going to get this down and straighten this up a tad bit there. Let's see, we'll bring that. Doesn't look bad. Okay, so we'll press that one down. Now, back on the outside, we're also going to use this wreath, this nice springy wreath here. So we're going to put that right down here around our greeting. Now, you could pop this up on dimensionals if you wanted to, but I'm just going to put it down flat. So let's see, let's try to get that straight. And we'll put that down just like that. Give that a second for the glue to take hold. Okay, and then last but not least, I've got a little piece of, this was Lost Lagoon, I think, cording that was from a couple of years ago. And this nice little bow was sitting on my desk, and I thought we should use it. So I'm going to put this on a glue dot. So let's see, right there. And we're going to just put that right down here at the bottom. So just like that is pretty good. Okay, and then last but not least, we're going to need some gems. So we're going to use these iridescent foil gems to put some bling on the card. So let's get, let's see, where should we put these? Let's put one there. Let's see, let's grab a little one and put here, and one more little one we're going to put right up here. Okay, And there is our very quick, very easy birthday card. So let's move on to our second one. So we're going to start with this one with a bunch of little leafy pieces. But we're going to start with a white, basic white card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We'll give this a good burnish. We have a piece of basic white for the inside that's 4 by 5 1/4. We've got this piece that we're going to put on as our first layer. This is half of one of the half of one of the card bases that was in the kit. And once again, we're going to stamp in the middle of this. So let's move our little other pieces out of the way here. We're going to stamp in Pool Party. And we're going to use these same stamps. So before we do that, I'm just going to clean these really quickly because I don't want to contaminate our Pool Party ink with our Timid Tiger ink. Okay. Now we're in business. So let's ink up our happy birthday again. And we will get this lined up here. And I'm just going to again put this right down in the middle. Or as close to the middle as possible. There we go. And then inside again, let's celebrate. So we'll ink this up, line this up. And we're going to get this down right there. Okay, looks pretty good. And we're going to put this ink away. And I think we may have escaped. I'm going to check. No ink disasters. Okay, let's get our card base back out here. And then we've got some leafy bits here that we're going to use. I'm trying to keep track of them all without losing one. Okay, so let's get this down on the outside. And we're just going to center this up. Just like that. Okay, and this is going to go on the inside of our card. So we'll get that in here. And we're going to move that over just a tad bit. There we go. All right. Now, these leafy bits here, we are going to take some mini dimensionals. And if you can see, in this card base, there are these leafy bits here. And I just want to take these and pop them up onto each one of these just to give this some dimension. So let's get started here. So let's get dimensionals on each one, and then we'll go through and put them down. So just about 2 tiny dimensionals on each one seems like it'll be enough. Okay, so let's see. Those two stuck together, so let's get these down. And then if I can get them picked up here. They're little and my fingers are big, so they don't always go together well. Okay, now let's take our backs off. And so the first one we're going to put right here. I'm just going to follow the natural pattern of the white leaves that are on the card base. Oh, that dimensional died, so let's get another one here. Okay. So now we've got this one's going to go right here. And our next one right here. Oops. And then we've got this one at the top here. Right there. And We've got one here. And the last one is going to go, if I can get the back off of it, is going to go right here, just like this. Okay, and there is that. Now let me throw all the dimensional backs away. Okay, so last thing we need is some bling. So I've got some of these Earth Tones Shimmer Gems that have this green color in them that we are going to try to use here. I can peel that one off. I can use it. Or not. It lost its sticky. Okay, let's try that again. Let's get one of these. And a smaller one for right there. And we'll do one more small one down here. And there we go. So here are our 2 springtime birthday cards. Pretty easy, didn't take a lot of time. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and make sure you ring that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And like I said, this is going to be our last set of alternatives for this kit, so we're going to move on to March. Now that we're in April, why not? We're going to get caught up, I promise. So I will see you all in the next video. Have a crafty day. Bye.